You are watching ABC7 News at 5:30.
Welcome back. A heated battle over leadership and funding of the Palmetto Youth Center spills over to a county commission meeting. Commissioner Charles Smith and the center's executive director, Reggie Bellamy, going head-to-head.
And now the battle between the two is about more than just the Palmetto Youth Center, as Bellamy now announces his candidacy for Smith's commission seat. ABC7's Jess Dowdrick was at that heated meeting today. She joins us now live at the Palmetto Youth Center with more details. Jess?
Jacqueline Scott, this battle started when Commissioner Charles Smith called for the Palmetto Youth Center Executive Director Reggie Bellamy's resignation after Smith says he failed to show up to some county commission meetings to fight for funding for his center. But Bellamy showed up today ready to defend himself and the programs here.
So it comes a time where you have to do what's in the best interest of children. It ain't about Bellamy or me, it's about the children.
It's the theme that Tuesday's feud kept coming back to. The kids at the Palmetto Youth Center. As commissioners, center staff, board members, and even the community thought like kids about what's best for them.
I love the youth center more than anything, but I'm going to stand for what I believe is right.
When the Children's Services Advisory Board wasn't going to give the center any of its annual $114,000 in funding, Commissioner Charles Smith says he fought tooth and nail to get the commission to support it, ultimately saving that funding, while Bellamy didn't show up to any of those funding meetings. But at the meeting, it came to light why.
I reached out to my countywide commissioner. She told me not to come to the meeting.
That commissioner was Carol Whitmore.
So that's what happened, and I couldn't really tell any of you because of sunshine.
But Smith's issues with Bellamy don't stop there. Smith says that hundreds of thousands of taxpayer dollars are going to waste because of the lack of programs at the center under Bellamy's leadership. But Smith won't call for the withdrawal of the funding.
Did Commissioner Smith come up here to say, cut off the fund? No, the board going to cut off their own funds. I'm not going to do that.
Center staff spouting back.
And he's trying to unravel a lot of stuff to get us going in the right direction. But that doesn't happen overnight. And it requires funding. It requires money. Are we perfect? Are we where we want to be? No. What if we decided we don't want to have football? What if we want to build geniuses? What if we want to focus on the intellect?
The conversation ended without any solution. The idea of a town hall meeting in the district was thrown out there, but for now, the feud lives on.
I'm going to work from sun up to sundown to make sure I impact lives, whatever capacity I'm performing in at that time.
Today, Bellamy announced that he plans to run for the District 2 Manatee County Commission seat, which is the one that Charles Shaw holds right now. Both men are Democrats, so they will face off again head-to-head in August for the primary. Reporting live in Palmetto, Jess Dowdrick, ABC7, your Suncoast News.
Jess, thank you. Sarasota County beginning a series of workshops today to make sure residents have the most updated information about their flood risks. Flood zone maps in our area are continuously updated, which could impact your insurance rates. You can learn about the current flood zones in our area, regulations, mandatory insurance requirements, and more at 3 upcoming workshops over the next couple of days. For more on those workshops, just go to our website, mysuncoast.com, and look for this story.
Let's check in with Chief Meteorologist Bob Harrigan for a look at our first alert forecast for your evening plans. Bob?
80 degrees right now, and we have a mixture of some high clouds moving overhead. 80-degree warm temperature. That's a warm temperature for now. Dew point 70. That too is running high. We have a west wind at 7 and the pressure extremely high, 30-34. And we have that easterly flow, at least at the surface, east to southeasterly wind flow around the periphery of that high pressure ridge, which brings us warm temperatures, and that's not going to change much at all. Now, there's an old frontal boundary still kind of hanging right here. That is weakening, and some cooler air located to the north of it in Jacksonville. But this storm system that's developing over Louisiana, and again, Fat Tuesday, some showers around New Orleans, some showers over western portions of Louisiana tonight, all the way into Arkansas and East Texas. But temperatures currently pretty warm here over the southern two-thirds of the peninsula now. 80 degrees in Sarasota, 81 in Miami. Cooler, though, in Jacksonville, 55 degrees. That frontal boundary is hanging just to the north of us now. And with that warm, moist air around, there's a potential for some fog late tonight and tomorrow morning. We'll have the details on that and let you know if anything's changing as far as the weekend weather goes coming up in a few minutes. Back to you.
All right, Bob, thank you. Legislation to expand workers' compensation benefits for firefighters, paramedics, EMTs, and other first responders continues to progress at the state capitol. A Florida House committee unanimously approved the bill, which would in part require workers' comp to cover mental conditions like post-traumatic stress disorder. Many of these ailments do not show up immediately following a specific event, but rather take years to present with symptoms. Currently, PTSD is only fully covered by workers' comp if the mental injury is accompanied by a physical injury that requires medical treatment. Megan Villa's brother Stevie Ledoux committed suicide last September after being a Tampa firefighter and paramedic for 30 years. She says first responders often see troubling images that are not easily erased from their memories.
They're going into other people's homes and they're seeing these tragedies firsthand. And I don't know how we can't attach the mind to the rest of the body. The mind, I think, is probably the most important.
There is some opposition to the bill by local governments who fear the legislation could significantly increase the overall cost of workers' compensation policies to these cities. The measure has one more stop before it can be considered by the full House.
All week long, we are counting down the top 5 most dangerous intersections here on the Suncoast. Today, ABC7's Marla Spence shows us the 4th most dangerous intersection at 14th Street West and 57th Avenue West in Bradenton.
Just 8 miles away from the 5th dangerous intersection at University Parkway and North Lockwood Ridge Road is the 4th dangerous intersection on the Suncoast, which is 14th Street West and 57th Avenue West in Manatee County.
This intersection, compared to the 5th dangerous on University Parkway, has a higher crash severity rate. This means more speeding cars are at this intersection, making it a prime location for severe accidents. Just yesterday afternoon, a SUV hammered into a power pole just feet away from the intersection. ABC7 spoke with Trooper Ken Watson with the Florida Highway Patrol. He tells us there are a few factors that contribute to major accidents and lots of traffic at this intersection.
Remember, is it's a very popular area, so we do have a lot of traffic there anyway. You couple that with the fact that now it's season, and within the next month you're going to see a lot of college kids coming back down for spring break. So things are going to get worse before they get any better, and that's why the Florida Highway Patrol is going to do everything that we can to try to educate everyone and let them know that take your time going through this intersection.
Trooper Watson also mentioned other factors are distracted driving and violating the right-of-way.
This is people making a right turn on red without looking and then pulling directly out in front of somebody. These two causations are very dangerous, and they do occur at this intersection most frequently, causing these crashes that you're seeing.
A 20-year employee of a gas station that sits right in front of the intersection says oftentimes he hears at least one crash a month.
Most of the accidents are during the day, under visibility, good visibility, and that's what's real surprising. People are impatient, the lights are very long.
Just like the 5th dangerous intersection, 14th Street West and 57th Avenue West is one of the roads that allow people to travel in and out of both Manatee and Sarasota counties, meaning there are a lot more cars on the road and a higher risk for crashes and accidents.
On Wednesday morning, we'll be breaking down what the 3rd dangerous intersection is on the Suncoast. Make sure you stay tuned with us on Good Morning Suncoast starting at 5 a.m. I'm Marla Spence reporting for ABC7, your Suncoast News.
Marla, thank you. Tonight, former Venice High School football star and now Super Bowl champion Trey Burton is returning home to the Suncoast. Burton will be in Venice at Bogey's Restaurant for a Super Bowl celebration. If you'd like to meet him, he'll be doing a meet and greet at 7 p.m. Burton plays tight end for the Philadelphia Eagles and threw a touchdown pass in that Eagles win over the Patriots.
Well, it is Fat Tuesday in New Orleans and the Mardi Gras celebrations are underway. Meg Gatto has more from Bourbon Street. Meg?
We're down here on St. Charles Avenue where Rex is passing us by. It's actually stopped for the moment, so these riders are pelting people with cups, with beads, with doubloons, all kinds of great throws. And it's always a fun time to find people who have never experienced Mardi Gras before. I'm joined by Leslie and Mary. Now, Mary, I know you are from New Hampshire, right?
Yeah, I am from New Hampshire.
So what are you thinking about what you're seeing today out here?
I mean, it's awesome. It's just a giant party. It's great. Love it.
You even came decked out in costume. What exactly are you?
I think I'm a clown. I don't know.
It doesn't really matter, right? At least as long as you're in costume.
Yeah, I'm just dressed up. I'm here to have fun.
And Leslie, you've lived here, but you said you've actually never even experienced Mardi Gras here before.
Right, that's correct.
Tell me, where do you normally watch it?
In Metairie, more of a family type area.
Okay, well, big difference between Metairie and St. Charles Avenue, obviously. Which one do you like better?
St. Charles Avenue.
You're with us right now, so you might as well St. Charles. Where else are you going to see Rex and Zulu go by and all this amazing?
Zulu, it was absolutely fantabulous.
Ah, you got a coconut.
Yes, I got 2 coconuts from Zulu, and it was great. People were great. The crowd was great.
Yep.
Yeah, everybody was really friendly.
Everybody's friendly out here. We've got people who want to be on the news with us right now. All right, guys, happy Mardi Gras.
Happy Mardi Gras. My name's Angela Plazons. Happy Mardi Gras. Hey, y'all.
There you go. Happy Mardi Gras. Everybody's in a great mood out here. Why not, right? It's Mardi Gras on St. Charles Avenue. Back to you guys.
Certainly looks like a lot of fun, and a lot of people celebrating with king's cake or punskis or muffaletta sandwiches, all sorts of great things for Mardi Gras.
There were some temptations in our break room today.
Oh yes, and I admit I may have taken one.
I took a bite, yep. Still to come on your Suncoast News.
An unusual holiday that has an increased risk of a fatal crash, why you should drive carefully on that particular day.
There's never been a better time to call California Closets. Now during our Winter White event, save up to 15% when you upgrade to an Italian-inspired wood grain finish. Contact us for your free design consultation today. Visit our showroom or online at californiaclosets.com.
My name is Stephen Campagna. We're Ben Gates and Dramus, and here is your law tip of the week. If you've been injured in an accident, whether or not it's your fault, your insurance company might be responsible for some of your expenses. So give us a call. We've got your back.
I heard about the Detoli Cancer Center through friends of mine who had been treated here and were very pleased with the treatment.
If there is prostate cancer, we at the Detoli Cancer Center will find it using 3D color flow Doppler ultrasound.
And that helped precisely identify where my cancer was and some additional cancers that were not found during the biopsy. I would recommend the Detoli Cancer Center. As a group of human beings, they are unbelievably great.
Join ABC7 at the all-new 2018 edition of Circus Sarasota. Ovation under the big top at Nathan Benderson Park behind the mall at UTC. Friday, February 9th through Sunday, March 4th. All opening weekend tickets are 20% off, courtesy of ABC7. To purchase your discount tickets, visit circusarts.org. The Circus Sarasota box office at the big top, or call 941-355-9805.
Head over to Sunset Dodge Chrysler Jeep Ram in Sarasota, where you'll always get better prices and a bigger selection. Like the area's largest selection of 7-passenger vehicles. Get KBB's 2017 Best Buy Award overall winner, the Chrysler Pacifica, for just $25,999. Or load up the family in your new Dodge Grand Caravan for just $20,999. Drive away in a new Dodge Journey for as little as $17,999. Better prices, bigger selection. Go to Sunset Dodge Chrysler Jeep Ram in Sarasota.
All this week, Marla Spence investigates the top 5 worst intersections on the Suncoast. Find out what's being done to fix these danger zones and what you can do to stay safe. All this week on ABC7 News at 6 a.m.
Thousands of award-winning Honda SUVs are on sale from $189 a month during the Honda President's Day sales event. You've got to see these SUVs. Get a surprisingly spacious 2018 HR-V, $189 a month, or step up to Pilot for $289 a month with available seating for 8. Plus, we have Motor Trend's SUV of the Year, the 2018 CR-V, and Ridgeline, a car and driver's 10 best. All on sale for up to $38.05, less than the competition, at your local Honda dealer.
There's never been a better time to call California Closets. Now during our Winter White event, save up to 15% when you upgrade to an Italian-inspired wood grain finish. Contact us for your free design consultation today. Visit our showroom or online at californiaclosets.com.
Following the Super Bowl, a 2003 study found a 41% increased risk of a fatal crash. But could you also be at risk of a fatal crash on a somewhat more unusual holiday? With more, here's ABC's Serena Marshall.
The high holiday isn't until April 20th at 4:20 p.m. A play on the police code for marijuana of 420. But that's the day you could be at an increased risk of a fatal crash. Researchers looked at 25 years of data on car crashes where at least one person died within 30 days. They found a 12% increase in fatal crashes on April 20th. Compare that with New Year's. A 1991 study showed a 64% relative increase in fatal crashes January 1st. So 420 might not be as worrying as New Year's or, say, the Super Bowl, but you still may want to take a mental note. Drive more carefully. With this Medical Minute, I'm Serena Marshall, ABC News.
Now your ABC7 First Alert weather forecast with Chief Meteorologist Bob Harrigan.
Well, looking high in the sky today. Joey got this halo around the sun. And usually when you see this, it means rain within 24 hours. That's typically the case up in the Midwest and where we have more of a west-east flow. The westerlies are in place, and so you get the warm front, creates the cirrus clouds, and the showers come with the frontal system, but not so much down south here, but that's a nice shot. That's ice crystals at a 22-degree angle. They have to be moving through the air at a 22-degree angle relative to the Earth to reflect and then refract the light to create that nice halo effect right there. Norm Schimmel getting this one. The spring is in the air. The Orioles out there getting some exercise in, and everyone's looking forward to those baseball games being played here, certainly along the Sun Coast. Casey Key webcam showing kind of a bad beach day early on, but then things improved this afternoon. Sun came out and quite a bit of it, and temperatures quite mild there into the upper 70s. Water temperature 75 degrees right now. That's well above where it normally is for this time of year. Well, that old frontal boundary continues to hang just to the north. It's a weak stationary front now, but beyond it, much cooler air in places like Jacksonville and Tallahassee. But for us, we stay in the warm sector. A few isolated showers, not out of the question. I know I ran into one yesterday at I-75 in the evening, so you may see one or two lone showers through this evening due to the heating of the day. Despite the fog and a little bit of cloudiness around this morning, temperatures still managed to get into the mid-80s for highs, well above our normal high, which is right around 74, 75 degrees. The GFS forecast showing this ring of high pressure continues to dominate at the surface and in the upper levels of the atmosphere. And what that means for us, the warmth will continue for the upcoming days. Now here comes a front. You see it come down and then all of a sudden fall apart as it runs into that high pressure ridge firmly anchored over Florida. You can see some clouds, residual clouds, maybe over North Florida. But for us, the rain chance stays less than 10% here. Now some showers approaching Fat Tuesday in New Orleans, but right now looking pretty good there weather-wise. This rain will be moving off to the east, and hopefully it'll be after midnight. Now, as far as our evening planner goes, we're looking for some clouds around, but look at these temperatures, 71 degrees at 11 o'clock tonight. That, my friend, is summer-like here along the Sun Coast. Current conditions, we have 80 degrees, a few clouds around, some high cirrus clouds moving in. Winds are out of the west at 7. The pressure extremely high, 30, 34. We just missed the record high, too, by 3 degrees, set back in 1959. It got up to 83 degrees today. Well, the fog will be about the only downside. There's some elements of fog off in the Gulf, but we will see that fog roll in after midnight. Could be thick in places tomorrow, especially South Sarasota County. So be aware if you're driving along I-75 tomorrow, you may need a little extra time to get to where you're going. 80 degrees right now in Sarasota. Look at the cooler weather, though, in Jacksonville. It's 55 there, 75 in Orlando, 81 in Miami, and 80 in Key West. Well, for boaters, tomorrow looks good. North winds basically turning to the northeast at 10 knots, and then the forecast looks like this. We'll have some fog around both Wednesday and Thursday morning. Could be rather thick, and then maybe a little drier conditions over the weekend, but still mild temperatures, warm temperatures, highs in the low 80s. It will be mid-80s, too, on Saturday and Sunday, especially in places like, let's say, Northport and Lakewood Ranch, as well as into Parrish, with temperatures a little bit warmer away from the water temperature. Back to you.
Thank you so much, Bob. Time now to check your first alert traffic for the drive home. We are seeing some traffic delays in Bradenton on Manatee Avenue between 9th Street and 26th Street West, as well as on the DeSoto Bridge. So keep that in mind if you're heading out. Scott?
Thanks, Jacqueline. A national beauty product chain is at the center of a lawsuit in Illinois. The lawsuit claims Ulta repackages returned cosmetics and then puts them back on the shelf, selling them to unsuspecting customers. Attorney Tom Zimmerman represents a local woman who works in the beauty industry and became suspicious about some of the products purchased from the store. He says the complaint cites claims by former employees that the company has a limit on how many returned items can be thrown away. A spokesperson for Ulta denies the company resells used products, but a California woman has also filed a lawsuit with similar claims.
An app is helping employees speak up about problems at work anonymously. Blind requires users to sign up with their company email address, but posts are not linked back to the user. The app first launched in 2014 in South Korea, but since coming to the United States a year later, it has added tens of thousands of employees from tech companies like Apple, Amazon, and Google.
It appears Snapchat users are hating the new updates on the app, so much so more than 800,000 people have signed an online petition to help convince Snap Incorporated to change the app back to the basics. The app, which is popular with teens and millennials, previously captured content from friends, publishers, and celebrities on one page. Now there's a designated page for publishers and a page for friends. Snapchat is getting criticism. The new interface is difficult to navigate.
Certainly true. I know I've tried to use it and I kind of have given up a little bit because I can't even figure it out anymore.
I think they're telling people, look, this is the change, learn it.
I guess so. We'll have to wait and see. Well, stay with us. Entertainment news is coming up next.
There's never been a better time to call California Closets. Now during our Winter White event, save up to 15% when you upgrade to an Italian-inspired wood grain finish. Contact us for your free design consultation today. Visit our showroom or online at californiaclosets.com.
SRQ Performance Parts provides parts and accessories from over 300 manufacturers, so you can get that new manifold, carburetor, gasket, bolt kit, or nitrous oxide system fast. We'll help you beat the competition. Call or visit SRQ Performance Parts online today for all your high-performance parts and advice.
Alex Karras Lincoln's 40th anniversary sale. Drive a brand new 2018 Lincoln MKC for $279 per month or the Lincoln MKZ for $299 per month. We have a great selection of certified pre-owned Lincolns. These vehicles have warranties up to 100,000 miles and come with complimentary roadside assistance. Alex Karras Lincoln, where our mission statement is consistent commitment. Every client, every time. Located 2 miles north of the Sarasota-Bradenton Airport on US 41.
If you're looking for the perfect trip that allows you to spend quality time with the family, then discover the great outdoors on an Alabama Black Belt adventure. Create unforgettable memories while hunting, fishing, or biking and hiking. Or play the Robert Trent Jones Golf Trail, now celebrating 25 years. And while you're here, enjoy the flavors of the Black Belt. Book your adventure at our lodges or stay in the Renaissance Montgomery Hotel and Spa. Start planning an Alabama Black Belt adventure today.
This is an important announcement. If you're between 50 and 85 and worried about your loved ones, you can still get affordable life insurance for peace of mind.
My life insurance coverage is guaranteed, and I was not required to get a medical exam.
I had high blood pressure and diabetes, and I got my coverage with one telephone call. No exam necessary.
I'm a smoker, and I wanted to take care of my family. I called to get my life insurance and my affairs in order. I wanted to do the right thing.
Call Final Expense No Exam Insurance. Your rates are guaranteed and will never increase.
I called and learned that this insurance cannot be canceled even if you get sick or gain weight.
And there are no restrictions on how my beneficiaries use the money when I'm gone.
Approval was easy and the price was right. I wanted to do this for my children.
Call 800-738-9812. 800-738-9812.
There's never been a better time to call California Closets. Now during our Winter White event, save up to 15% when you upgrade to an Italian-inspired wood grain finish. Contact us for your free design consultation today. Visit our showroom or online at californiaclosets.com.
The 142nd Westminster Dog Show is underway in New York City.
ABC's Maggie Ruley is outside Madison Square Garden, where all the furry fun and fierce competition is going down.
Step aside, Winter Olympians, there's a new top dog in town. At this year's Westminster Dog Show, the competition is rough, with nearly 3,000 competitors from more than 200 breeds. And these pups are more than just impossibly cute. They're also top-tier athletes. Go, go, go! Fame earned his name, the Border Collie weaving and wiggling his way to agility champion. And in the agility All-American dog category, a rescue pup named Hefe proved a Chihuahua mix can be boss. Over in the show competition, it's a dog-eat-dog world. Purebred winners from the 7 main groups are all competing for the biggest title of them all, Best in Show. Biggie the Pug won big in the toy group. Lucy, a fetching Bourgeois, earned a nod in the hounds. And for the non-sporting group, Flynn proved a Bichon Frise can make it work. Thousands of people will sit and stay here at Madison Square Garden, waiting to find out who's going to take home the night's biggest prize, Best in Show. Maggie Rulli, ABC News, New York.
Now to that Bachelor contestant believed to be missing and finally confirmed found when she was competing on the show. 22-year-old Becca Martinez first grabbed headlines for her young age, but fans became worried when Becca's name popped up on a missing persons list. In November, her mom told police she had not been able to contact Becca for a week. Becca spoke out for the first time on Good Morning America.
I couldn't set the record straight at the time because it would give away that I was in fact eliminated. But yeah, I was about a week off the show. I needed just some time to get away and decompress, and so I went up north, up into the mountains with some friends.
Well, Becca was not off snuggling with her new fiancé like some fans speculated. Instead, she was recovering from a broken heart.
Well, forget the Winter Olympics. It's time for the Bachelor Winter Games. Yes, past Bachelor and Bachelorette contestants will try to heat things up in Manchester, Vermont, as they try to win challenges and hearts. The Bachelor Winter Games premieres tonight right here on ABC.
Always something new with this series. Seems to continue to go on.
And we'll be right back with more news. Stay with us.